We had a huge reaction yesterday, didn't we? And we were talking about the build-up to Armistice Day, and we played you that audio, or Robert Hall played us the audio of the guns going silent on the 11th of the 11th. And all this week, we're sort of taking a journey along the Western Front, trying to uncover stories from those trenches in the First World War.
This morning, our correspondent Robert Hall is in Neuve-Chapelle in France to find out about the role played by thousands of soldiers from India. He joins us from there now. Good morning.
Good morning, you two. Well, yesterday, beautiful sunny day, hilltop on the Somme battlefield. Today, a road junction near Neuve-Chapelle, and it's pretty wet and windy outside. But it does give you a chance to look at this memorial. It has a definite Eastern feel, and that's because it's dedicated to the men you've just been talking about, those thousands of men from South Asia who came from towns, villages, cities, to fight in khaki alongside their British counterparts, not just in France, but in North Africa, in the Middle East as well. Thousands never came home, and many feel that that role has not been remembered over the decades. I went to see one man in Nottingham who's helping to put that right.
Subadar Mohammed Khan, he's one of my great-grandfathers, and also Captain Ghulam Mohammed as well.
Nottinghamshire GP Irfan Malik is on a mission. He's spent 4 years tracing his family history back to a village that was once part of British India.
And they have the Enfield rifles as well.
A village that sent over 400 of its fathers and sons to fight for the empire.
Born and bred in Nottingham, I didn't really understand or have this information. And I thought World War I and World War II was mainly a white war. I didn't really understand the massive contribution from Commonwealth troops from Africa, West Indies and undivided India. So that's the reason I want to give this information and educate more people, especially youngsters, about our very strong shared history.
The memorial at Neuve-Chapelle, close to where Indian troops fought their first action in 1915, carries the names of nearly 5,000 with no known grave. Well over 1 million soldiers from South Asia served in British forces. Over 74,000 of them were killed in Europe, Africa and the Middle East. But stories of that contribution and that heroism have not been widely told over the decades.
He was actually on a ship from South Africa heading back to India.
Mahatma Gandhi had supported the war and Indian independence. When the guns fell silent, India's struggle for self-rule overshadowed the bravery and self-sacrifice shown by so many.
Over time, I think we've had an element of selective amnesia on both sides as India fought for its own independence. But now, as two mature democracies, actually we are rediscovering those contributions, and the khadi poppy is a symbol of that.
These are the khadi poppies, made of cotton, similar to the clothing which Gandhi wove and wore.
It really symbolises India's self-reliance. I think we need to move remembrance into the 2nd century, and this is one of the powerful ways we can engage the next generation.
The Gurkhas are still using this at Sandhurst.
Back in Nottingham, Dr. Malik believes remembrance can and should bridge the divides in today's communities.
When I was younger, I used to walk past remembrance functions and events, and I didn't really feel part of it. But now I realise we should be there, and in the last 4 years I've gone out and I've laid wreaths myself. Because of this strong shared history that we have, we are part of remembrance, and we need to be out there as well.
So another aspect of remembrance, and over the next few days wreaths will be laid here and across the battlefield in memory of all those soldiers from South Asia.